Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 188. Happy Thursday. We are at the fourth day of February, and we've got another snowstorm coming in. That's right. We are getting hammered this. So this will be the third storm in what 10 days? Yeah, third storm in 10 days. So supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow today, and then bitterly cold. Talking like close to 20 below zero lows over about a 4 day span. So it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna have to really hustle to get my sidewalk and driveway plowed this afternoon, this evening, before the cold snap arrives. And tentatively, I had actually a couple in-person trades scheduled this week. One is actually a purchase from David. We were scheduled to meet tomorrow. That's kind of it's always been kind of pending, dependent on the weather. So it depends on if the roads are clear for him coming from the Chicago area. So that could bring in another 16,000 Cubs cards. And then I've got a in-person trade set up with Offbeat All Stars. We're gonna meet up at the card shop here in town on Saturday afternoon. So looking forward to that. George is with me. Good morning, George. So there is a topic I want to talk about, but I just don't think I have the time today. And I wanted to show off some of my mail because I unboxed about a week's worth of mail that had been piling up. So last night, so I want to show off some of the cards that arrived. Zach, good morning. Zach bought the Bernie Tops Now cards for Buddy's birthday and it shipped. The world is safe. Nice. Good morning, Herman. So one thing that I do want to talk about, and I don't think Brad is with me, but my stack of Bernie is somewhere, Zach. One thing I do want to talk about, just kind of as we've kind of been bouncing off between Brad and I, is I want to talk about priority management when it comes to eBay sales. So I'm going to touch on that maybe tomorrow morning. So it's kind of given me some ideas on a topic that I've probably touched on here and there, but I kind of want to go a little deeper with it at some point, probably tomorrow. So let's show off some of my Cubs mail. So I had, gosh, I don't even know how many packages. I have it in my phone. I think 7 total packages, over 5,000 Cubs cards added. So my total now, it's been kind of trickling in because I'm not focusing on trades. But it was a big windfall of over 5,000. So 534,159. So 534,159. This came, I'm going to have to go back and look, but included in this package was Jeff Samardzija auto. And he's with, that's interesting. So he's Peoria Chiefs on the front, and then on the back, it's Boise Hawks, which Boise was their summer league short season minor league club. Was drawing a blank there. A couple of pocket schedules. I love pocket schedules. And yes, I do count pocket schedules in my project. So this is West Tennessee Diamond Jacks from 2004. And I don't recognize the pitcher on the cover. Not sure who that is. And then here's one from 2006. And this is Matt Merton, who they must have gone like the flashback route, or maybe he was on rehab. He's in a West Tennessee uniform and a Cubs uniform. Actually, when I went to a Cubs game, might have been 2006. I think it was. Matt Merton was the only autograph in person that I got. He came over, and this was long before the Brick House Tavern, and this is when the parking lot for the team parking lot, the players, was right along the street there, and there was a fence, but you just walked up to the fence, and some players would come over. Matt was the only player that would came over, but he signed, I think it was an 06 Topps card for me. So this one this card was upside down in the pile that I pulled out. But it was interesting because I like the back of it. Mark Grace, and he's wearing a T-shirt that just says "Shut up and play." I like it. I thought that was cool. And then this is a Mike Bielecki auto from 91 Upper Deck. So that's awesome. Another auto added. Yeah, it was a lot of fun going through all these. Now one thing that I kind of started collecting, I don't know, maybe last year. I got into like vintage, like super old Cubs autographs. So I actually found one that I really wanted was a player that played in the 1800s, just to have something from the 1800s signed. I was able to find it was actually an index card with like a note, like just a 2 or 3 sentence note from a player that played in 1898, John Catal. So that was fun. So, and I found a couple sellers that they were running auctions. So I was buying a lot of like basically 20s to 40s Cubs players, and then a couple into the 50s and 60s, but mostly 20s to 40s. There were a couple from like the teens that played on those teams. One that I don't have, and he was on the World Series teams back in the 30s and 40s, Hank. And I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I know well. He was an all-star pitcher, Hank Barawi. So that goes into my index card collection. Now, the index cards do not count as part of the collection. Pocket schedules, yes. Index cards signed, no. So Tom Willis on Twitter sent me an awesome package, and it was cool because he's like, I hope I send at least one that you didn't have. And he actually sent several that I didn't have. I think I counted 7 total right off the bat that I didn't have, including this John Lester numbered to 99. So that's cool. I love the background. It's got like sparkles or something in it, black. Rediscover Topps. I've rediscovered a liking to these foil stamps. I think I mentioned it earlier this week. I like that they only ran this 1 or 2 years, so it didn't get stale, and they're not bombarding every pack and box of cards with junk wax era. Here's an orange chrome Starlin Castro from 2011. Here's a Starlin Castro numbered 1500. This is, I think, is this triple threads? Yeah, Topps triple threads from 2011. So an early one. Here's a triple threads Andre, the Hawk, numbered to 249. And then a Jay Chapman. I think I do have 1 or 2 of these. These were actually, you could redeem Panini points for Jay Chapman. I think they were like 50 or 100 Panini points maybe. And then this was actually a purchase from Tommy in Chicago. We've done a couple trades, but I just didn't have anything that matched up trade-wise, so I just bought these outright. So it was 16 autos. I love these. I have a Dylan Cease, one of these. It's leaf clear. These are really cool. I really like those. So that's actually Carson Sands, and I'm building up quite the Carson Sands collection. I have a near rainbow of his 2014 Bowman. The Superfractor, I've looked up, and I've looked at like Superfractor trackers. And I don't think the 2014 Carson Sands Superfractor has been pulled. But that's like one of just a couple that I think I need to complete that rainbow. Here's a Carson Sands relic from Team USA, numbered to 249. Here's another Carson Sands. This is unnumbered. Game Gear Team USA. Trevor Clifton Bowman Platinum Auto. That's from 2017. Here's Neil Ramirez. He actually came over to the Cubs in the Kyle Hendricks trade. And actually he was Neil Ramirez was actually one of the better prospects in that trade. Kyle Hendricks was a fringe guy in that trade. CJ Edwards was also in that trade. He was a fringe prospect. Actually, I don't even know if he was a prospect. Adbert Alzolay, Topps finest rookie. Here's another Carson Sands auto, Team USA. This is numbered to 100. This is sweet, and I guess I didn't take a chance to look at this. 2011 Authentic USA Baseball, Carson Sands. I'm going to have to put together a Carson Sands PC. I've got a ton of Carson Sands. Look at this. A player PC is developed on the show. Jake Stinnett auto from Panini Prism. Prism draft picks. Here's another Carson Sands Prism draft picks. One of the greatest names in baseball, Rock Shoulders. Rock Shoulders. He actually won. I think he won the minor league baseball had like a bracket for like the best names. Rock Shoulders. I know he was in the final two in the championship of the bracket. And that was actually I think it might have been the year that I was working in minor league baseball, because the Midwest League where I worked had some awesome names. And I think there were 2 or 3. Socrates Brito was one of them. I can't remember which team he played for, but Socrates, and there was one other player in the Midwest League that, because I did PA on several games for the Peoria Chiefs, and those were fun names to announce. Ryan McNeil, Bowman Chrome auto. Thomas Hatch, he was actually traded to, I believe, Toronto. Thomas Hatch. And now I'm drawing a blank. Here's another Hatch. I'm drawing a blank to who Hatch was traded to the Blue Jays for. Who did the Cubs get from Toronto? I can't remember. This is a really cool, he's no longer with the Cubs, but it's Leaf Ultimate Draft, and I've been singing the praises of Leaf. I love some of their products. That's a really sweet Albert Almora auto. Here's another Trevor Clifton, first Bowman Chrome auto. Charcer Burks, Bowman Chrome, first Bowman Chrome auto. And then he was also, this is, I think, he was a retail paper auto in Bowman in 2018. And then finally, Oscar De La Cruz. He was actually released last May by the Cubs. He was at one time the Cubs' #1 prospect. Now, the farm system at that point was, ranked pretty low. But Oscar De La Cruz was a highly touted pitching prospect, and just never developed and was released last spring. Zach asks, are autos directly on the card versus the strip placed on the card any more valuable, or does it not matter? That's a great question. It typically, on-card autos typically are more valuable than sticker autos. And there's a large contingent of collectors that do not buy sticker autos. So essentially, yes, on-card autos will fetch more money. They're more valuable. More collectors seek them out as opposed to sticker autos. And you'll see that a lot when, especially in the last year, there's a lot more sticker autos just because it's in a pandemic. It's a lot easier to send players sheets of stickers to sign as opposed to the actual cards, and just the signing process itself for these companies is easier for stickers. So that's why more stickers have popped up in these in the 2020 releases, and now probably we'll see more in the 2021 releases as well. So yeah, great question, and yes, autos on card directly are more valuable than the sticker autos. And to me, I think they look nicer, but I don't go as far as to not collect sticker autos. I think they're cleaner looking, they're nicer looking, but I'll still. So it's just, and I don't know if you can see. And actually, Charcer Burks is a perfect example. So the Bowman Chrome is on card. Actually, you can see the reflection of my whiteboard in that. So that's on card. I don't know if it's focusing correctly, and then the same set, actually that might have been Bowman Chrome, the Bowman Chrome release, and this is actually from regular Bowman. I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually a sticker auto. So the retail Bowman autos are. I think all of them are sticker autos. So that's a sticker auto. Um, at quick glance, you can't really tell, but then if you actually like hold it, it does, and it's like off centered. Sometimes you know how stickers they can get gunk. You know, it's like a piece of tape. So definitely the optics you know don't look as good because you know I can tell there's you know it looks like there's you know it just looks not dirty, but it looks like there's gunk or something up against the sticker itself, and it's not centered. It's you know it's tilted. So yeah, so I still collect them. I still like them, but I definitely would prefer on card as opposed to stickers. Porter grabbed a cease and Zach Collins from Blades of Steel on Twitter. Awesome. First stab at autograph cards. Very cool. Yeah, Blades of Steel, John is awesome. He sent me last year some really cool Nico Horner autographs. I sent him a Dylan Cease auto, sent him some Dylan Cease cards, and yeah, he's an awesome guy, awesome trader, great for the hobby. So that's all I had for today. I do want to talk about my whiteboard is filling up, but I think I touched on most of it. So earlier this week, I wanted to, so some of the topics I'll kind of preview some upcoming topics. Earlier this week, I had some issues with the mail, basically, people not receiving their cards. I think I got a couple messages overnight, more of that, so we'll see. So that's something that I do want to talk about. I've almost nearly caught up on my eBay shipments, but I was overwhelmed with eBay shipments on Monday, and then I was getting overwhelmed with non-receipt emails from eBay. So I was really frustrated, and I was going to talk about that on Tuesday, but I slept on it. I've got caught up. My mind is clear, but I still do want to touch on that. And it's kind of a glimpse into the hobby future is what I wrote on my whiteboard. So I want to talk about that at some point, probably a weekend thing, where I can dive deeper into it, a little more time. I talked about postage yesterday, and then priority management. So I want to touch on that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. We'll see. So that's what's going on. So 1millioncubs.com is the website, Twitter at 1millioncubs, and 99centcards.com is the eBay store link. Haven't listed much this week just because I've been catching up on shipping, and this weekend hopefully I can keep caught up on shipping and then really focus. I've got a bunch of trades that I need to return, not return, but return my part of the trade. So I'm getting behind on trades, and so hopefully I can find some time at some point Saturday and do that. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching and chatting. Have a great Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow.